Good morning, noon, or night, depending on when you stream. And welcome to the first episode of this new series we're bringing to you. A series where we, the former leaders of the free world, come together and waste valuable time playing a video game for the entertainment of the masses.
Now, Lexi, that ain't no way to be a good host. You gotta be upright about this, hold your spirits up.
I have to agree with him, Luthor. Your hosting skills lack commitment, and that is admonishable.
Oh, what would you know about commitment, Solidus? You were President of the United States, yet you're probably the biggest weeb I know.
There's nothing wrong with accepting a little bit of other cultures. After all, we wouldn't have our game today should we not have done that.
Oh yeah, we do have a humdinger for y'all today, folks. Today we're gonna be playing
Resident Evil.
At least we're playing the good one. I could do without playing with ye old hick here, but I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that, Lexi, and move on.
You do that. But yes, we are playing the Resident Evil remake on PlayStation 4, and I'm not playing with tank controls. Thank you very much.
I don't mind tank controls. I smashed the original back in the day, and those old things weren't nothing to it.
Good for you, but I'm not in the mood to struggle too much. I'm just here to enjoy myself.
Is that why you chose the Goo Goo Baby option?
No, if I was going to do that, I'd be picking Jill Valentine here in the character selection screen. However, I've not surrendered my testosterone yet, so we'll be going with the man's man, Chris Redfield. And not just any Chris. We're going with his Resident Evil 5 version at that.
Hey, he on steroids in that one?
Fake news. Do you think that the sheer masculinity required to manhandle a boulder can be obtained from substance abuse? Nay. It is the product purely of natural gains, and only natural gains.
Oh, please. What would you know about natural gains, Mr. Robo-Muscle Suit?
More than you, the person who actually was on steroids.
I was just trying them for an experiment. I got clean many years ago. I'm clean now.
I don't care. Not like any of us are the president now anyways.
What's with that Saw/Silent Hill looking text there?
This game was originally released back in 2002, just at the peak of Silent Hill's growing apex and on the cusp of Saw's arrival onto the scene. That is why you see resemblance.
Or you could have just said it was because it's early 2000s edgy grunge aesthetic. That would have done plenty well enough.
Enter the survival horror. Well, I certainly hope so. Like I said, I knocked out the original back when it was released, and I thought it was pretty fun. A little rudimentary, but still a heck of a time. Can't wait to see what a few years of development did with the thing.
I would assume only good things, but I could be wrong.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Well, at least the dialogue doesn't sound like a computer trying to mimic human emotion.
Barry. Where's Barry?
Kinda ironic, don't you think?
He's...
No.
Mayhaps.
What was that?
Oh, golly. The gunshot sounded like a gunshot this time.
All right.
No
Then I'll
crap,
stay and
Bush.
secure this area.
That's usually what a remake will do for a product.
Chris? Take care.
Oh, don't worry, Jill. With my 24-inch pythons, I'll do far more than take care of myself. Perhaps you'd like to find out someday.
For God's sake, Solidus, do not simp for the video game characters. I don't need you fawning over a pile of pixels like a true weeb.
Calm your shorts, Luthor. You have nothing to fear. Jill isn't even my RE favorite anyways.
Already making poor choices, but I'll bite. Who is your favorite character? Well, that's a little sussy baka, but who am I to judge?
Not sure what it'll do, but I have the feeling it's a bad idea to let go for now.
It's a wall mantle, Solidus. Unless you're gonna hit a zombie in the head with it. I fail to see the importance of taking up an inventory slot with its useless woodenness.
Goodness. Sorry. I don't know why I found that funny.
Because you're an idiot, Bush. Not a grand calculus to dissect.
Heck you, Lexi. You probably roll the toilet paper under, don't you?
No, I use a bidet.
Will you please stop talking about toiletry? You're going to spoil the moment.
Oh, yeah. I remember this part. Gosh dang. Bit more brutal than I remember it, but that's okay. Helps to sell the moment.
You know what's not selling the moment, George? You.
That's it. Come here, you undead basket. Rah!
Okay, well, now you're getting chunked, buddy.
I'll be fine.
Says the man who was removed from public office by the Illuminati.
But at least I had 2 successful terms under my belt. How many did you have, Luthor?
Let's not talk about that.
Solidus, now, I don't mean to be harping on you, pal, but I really don't think that Zed's coming over to you.
I guess you're right, Bush, so I'll come over to him. Ha! Ha ha! Victory at last!
Good swinging, man.
Finally. That couldn't have taken longer if you tried.
Well, forgive me. We're not playing as Jill, so I don't have Barry to get rid of it for me. Not that I needed Burton, as you can see.
Ooh, what's this? A tape? It's the film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to see what's recorded on it. Ah, that brings back memories. You guys remember VHS?
I do. While I admit that DVD discs are far superior in many ways, I won't object to the fact that VHS tapes take me back to a time long forgotten.
Huh. What do you know? Something we all agree on. I still remember the old slogan.
Be kind, rewind.
Rewind.
A moment of shared nostalgia. Interesting.
It's also just a good note of common courtesy. Do you know how many movies probably got spoiled due to idiots not abiding by those rules? I myself fell victim. I rented The Crying Game when it was released, and the fools who had it before me didn't rewind. Now it's ruined for me.
Wesker?
Oh, they're gone?
Yes, George, that's how this scene has always played out.
Where did they go?
Nowhere good, my muscle-bound friend.
Oh, shoot. That looks like Jill's.
It is. I thought you'd know that.
Well, this is the first time I'm seeing the Chris campaign. I usually go with the Jill side.
Of course he does.
Bush, we can no longer be friends.
But why the heck not?
Because you take the Jill route second. You always take the Jill route second.
I'd advise you not to go in there for the time being.
Smart idea. But Bush, it's always been Chris first. You can fact-check it.
I'll check it. I don't trust either of you not to be impartial.
That was kind of insulting, but so be it. Give it a check, Lexi.
Okay. So from what I gather, it makes absolutely no difference story-wise if you play as Jill or Chris.
Told you so.
However, one thing I do see, and I said this before, is that they say the Jill playthrough is considerably easier. In fact, many people recommend it for first-time players or those who don't want a hard playthrough, aka people who suck, aka you.
Oh, that's a crock of horse crap, and you know it?
Another blade to add to my fine collection.
Well, I don't know about that. It did look a bit chintzy.
Dang it. Both of those doors are locked. Gonna have to do this the long way.
Oh, I'm reading that if you played as Jill, you'd have gotten a lockpick.
Shut your bald head up, Luthor. Now I have to figure out how I'm gonna get past this basket. Darned fools in my way.
I suggest using that M9 at least this once to break it in.
You know, Bush, I might just do that. What's the sense in having a weapon if you're not going to honor it at least once? Haha! Yes!
Heck yeah, Snake. That's how a president does it. Come on, Lex. Join in with us.
I'm not going to join in because you forgot the #1 rule of zombie hunting, Solidus. You always double tap. For all we know, That thing is still perfectly fine and shambling about again.
I put a 9mm in its frickin' chest. Ain't no way a rotting corpse is standing back up from that.
Fine. Then when you get jumped, don't come frickin' crawling to me. Lex has offered his advice once. He will not offer it again.
The classic graveyard set. Wonderful. Only good things can happen here.
On higher difficulties, there's a Zed walking around, but not on this one. Dang. Curse you and your lack of keys, Chris.
Oh, if only there was a character who was like the master of unlocking or something.
You are about one more Jill-related provocation away from meeting Republican and Democrat Bush. Keep that in mind.
What the heck is he talking about?
Ugh, it's what he named his katanas. Kind of ironic since a katana is from Japan.
Okay, they aren't both katanas. One is a katana, the other is a wakizashi. Together they make a daisho, which is both of those swords together. Minshuto and Kiyowato are both glorious tools to help me bring justice and peace to the people I adore and care about.
Okay. You aren't dropping the weeb accusations anytime soon, Solidus. I can assure you that.
What the? I killed that piece of garbage.
I told you, Solidus. You're trying to kill them like a human, and that's not going to work because they're already dead.
Well then, time to make it deader. Ha!
Pretty sure that's not a real word, bud.
I am perfectly aware, Bush. Don't you have some sus faces to make?
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
Son of a biscuit, why won't you die?
T-virus, son, makes the dead virtually impervious to your gun's attacks.
Then it's time I switched back to old reliable. All right, Joseph, take this.
Well, you finally got it. How'd you know his name Joseph?
I didn't. It's called an inside joke, Bush. Ever heard of them?
Of course I have. Don't know why y'all think I'm an idiot.
I could name a list of reasons, but one most recent one is the poncho. What in the heck buckets was happening with you?
Okay, well, have y'all ever tried to wear one of those things?
I have. I made it look good, actually.
No. You did not. Quite frankly, I don't think anyone can make a poncho look good.
Ask Bruce Willis.
Well, that was done out of necessity. And besides, it was early 2000s Bruce Willis. Of course he was going to Aura Farm.
I still think Unbreakable's Shyamalan's best film.
Well, that's unsettling. Also know, his best movie was Lady in the Water by far.
Do you do this on purpose? Or are you actually that dumb, Solidus?
What does that mean, Luthor? Am I not allowed to like what Shyamalan films I do?
Not when they're the bad ones.
Fine. Then let's change the subject while I try to get that object up there. Any of you guys watching any good anime?
Actually, now that you mention it, I'm thinking about starting Free or Beyond Journey's End with Laura. But I'm a little hesitant. I don't know much about it other than that elf seems like a little troll from the memes.
I'm in the middle of stomaching Solo Leveling. It's far different than the abridged shorts that got me interested.
Well, everyone can't be a Helsing abridged, Solidus. But George, I'd give Freerin a shot. It's not actually that bad.
All right, for you guys I will.
Wait, you actually watched it, Luthor?
I did. Finished the first 16 episodes on Blu-ray over a slow weekend. Just like how you haven't finished Full Metal Alchemist, have you?
You people need to ease up on me about that. I will get to it. To you and to the two other fine gentlemen whom I won't name, but you know who you are, I will get around to it. I will get traumatized by the dog, and maybe I'll even show up to the next event after I do to tell you about it.
Can we keep you to that quote, Mr. President?
I'll try my darndest, but you know how it is being president.
Yeah, speaking of which, y'all realize we're each the 43rd president from our own universe?
Yes, I do. Good George, that's the whole point of us being together. What else would tie us together?
Well, I mean, you and Solus both have those nice suits.
And you don't.
Never know. I might have my own suit. Just might be saving it for one special day. There's a corpse collapsed on the floor like it was an instant death. What the H-E double hockey sticks happened in this mansion? Ain't that the question?
Indeed, especially with these sus-looking wall cuffs. But that's a question we will have to answer another time. For this is the end of today's video, folks.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more of us 43rd presidents playing video games together. Who knows what we'll get up to next?
But until then, stay safe, be good, and take care, my friends.